Okay, so for today, we're going to continue on with what we were working on from our first class working with Fusion 360. So you need to go and open up your last work that you were done. So open, I'm going to click on it and push OK. It will pull up your work. So this is where we had left off last class, okay? And so now the first thing I want to do is I want to go back into the sketch mode and finish off the leg. So I need to select one part of the leg, right click on it, and then edit sketch. Once I've done that, I can zoom in and the bottom of the leg is finished. We need to work on the top part today. We're going to go ahead and create a construction line first that goes from that center point up. Doesn't matter how high. Don't forget to push enter after you've got your line down there. If you didn't, you will continue like that. You just have to push escape. Go ahead and draw your next line, and this line is going to be a solid line that's going to go from that point over. Enter another line from that point down. Make sure you stay at 90 degrees. Enter and line one more time from here over here. Enter. Okay, now you need to dimension those. This is really simple. Just pull that out. I'm going to make it the thickness of the wood, which is 1. It will drop it down. Pull this up. This should be 4.5 centimeters in thickness. And this one doesn't matter. So now we've got the whole leg built around. We're going to go ahead and get the select tool. Select this line here, and we want to delete. There's 2 lines you need to delete. And then you're going to mirror the leg from the right to the left. So grab the mirror tool and click all 7 components of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Select the mirror line and then push finish. Oops, push OK, sorry. And that should have your stool leg all finished. And when you highlight it, it should highlight everything, even the top part. If it cuts off the top part that extrudes into the seat, that means that you didn't delete those lines and you'll have to make an adjustment. Go back and fix it or just delete the lines now at this point. So I'm finished, so I can finish sketch. Now when we are finished sketch, we need to extrude it out. And right now, it is right dead center. So I want to make sure I back on my leg. I'm just going to extrude the leg, not the whole component. So when you say finish sketch, it might take you right back to your overall project. So make sure you click on the leg. And then once you've clicked on the leg here, you're going to extrude that out and you're going to extrude it symmetrically. And this is going to do whatever you do on one side, the same on the other side. So we're going to do half of the wood thickness, which is 0.5 cm. And it's going to create a new body, and then we're going to push OK. That's wonderful. So that's pretty straightforward. The leg 1 is done. Leg 2 should be really simple. We're just going to right click on the leg 1, copy it, take it down to leg 2, click a little circle in front, and paste, but paste new. This is very important. Once you've done that, you're going to see these different angles here. You can extrude it in different ways or move it in different directions. You're just going to do it 90 degrees so that it is exactly across underneath of the seat. All right, so now we are done our seat. Hooray. Okay, so the next part is we have to actually find a way for them to fit together, because right now the 2 solid wood blocks just won't connect or interconnect like this. So we're going to make a hole to lock them together. So what I'm going to do is just select one of this components to work on. So I'll say I click on this. I'm going to double click it. Make sure you're clicking on the whole leg. Don't just click it once. It will just click the surface. Double click it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to sketch, and I'm going to make sure I click on that surface and then zoom in here. And then I'm going to hide, not leg 2, I guess, leg 1. So that's out of my way. And I'm going to draw a line. This time I need to draw a construction line from the center point and down, something like this. I'm going to draw a next line, but this is going to be a solid line. This line's going to go from somewhere on here, and it's going to go up. Push enter. And then what I'm going to do is grab my dimension tool, tell you how it should be 4.5, exactly halfway. Dimension from this point to the line down, and we want that to be 0.5. Looking wonderful. And then we're going to mirror this line on this mirror line to create a mirror image like so. Then I'm going to create a line from 0.1 to 0.2. And we have a problem. It is blue and not black, and it should be black to make sure that it is working here. So something didn't go right. I'm going to take a few steps back. It has to do with how I selected the seat. Okay, so I'm going to select the whole project. I want just, maybe I don't need to double click it, just single click this time. Let's try a single click instead of a double click. And then again, capture position. I'm going to hide like 1 so I can see what I'm doing. Draw that construction line from the center point down. Draw a normal line on the side here. Dimension this at 4.5. These points should be 0.5 apart. I mirrored it. This line. There we go. So we're just connecting these up. Had to do with double clicking that. So that's not what we want. So we want to be able to click and highlight this area. So I should be able to delete that center line, and then I should be able to select just this. So I'm going to say finish sketch now, and you'll see that I have this little component. So I want to click on this and I want to extrude it. So click on extrude, and then we're going to not be a new body, but we're going to cut this part out, and we're going to go, we're on the front side, we're going to go backwards. So minus 1 centimeter to cut that out of the wood. So it should look like that. Hooray, that part is done. Okay. So now I can go ahead and show my other leg is there. Now that's great. I got a hole there, but now I got to put a hole in the top so they can stick together. I'm going to show you a trick on how we can do this easily. Okay. So how I would do this is I'm going to go to the modify. I'm going to use one as my cutting out tool. Okay, so the target body is the body that does not have the hole in it. So this is this one. And then the tool body is going to be the one that we have the hole. It should turn red. And then what I want to do is I want to cut out the hole to match that. Okay, so I'm going to push. I do not want a new component. I just want to keep the components I have, but cut the hole out to match. So keep the tool as well. Otherwise, it will delete the other leg and push OK. And now when I separate them, you'll see I've got the hole that can allow them to slot together very easily, like so, and it will fit together. Okay. So now what I need to do is I have a problem with my seat. It doesn't have a hole in it. Okay. So I need to make a hole in the actual seat so that it can fit together. So do the same thing, combine, target body. What do we want to cut is this one. The tool bodies I'm going to use is this one and this one to cut it out the cross. Cut it out. Okay, we're not joining or intersect. We are cutting, and then keep the tools and no to the new component and push OK. And now, voila, we got the hole and our stool is ready to construct. And that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you found that useful. It does take some trial and error, even for myself. I've done it a few times. I do have to go back, revisit, try. If you get really comfortable, build the seat again. We're going to be working with this program for a while, creating your own design. So the more fluid and comfortable you are, the better it will be. All right, that's all for today, and I'll see you next class.